What up, villagers? Welcome to virtual camp. Michael here, and if you know me, you know that I'm a wrestler. I've been doing it like my entire life, and what's so great about virtual camp is that I get to share that with you. So let's get to it. But yeah, this isn't gonna work. Give me a sec. Better. Now, before I get started, please be safe if you're gonna do anything that I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, it's just me, so I'm gonna teach you how to shadow wrestle and a couple things like that. But please, wrestling can be a dangerous sport, and you should always use safety and parental supervision if need be, and always wrestle on mats. Always. Welcome to Merm's Garage, where dreams are made and blood, sweat, and tears are shed. Now, what I'm going to show you today for wrestling is how to shadow wrestle. Now, in shadow wrestling, there's a couple things you can do, so I'm going to go over a couple main points while shadow wrestling. But first off, we're going to start with your wrestling stance. Now, wrestling stance, you want your feet about shoulder width apart. You want to bend at the knees. You never want to bend at the back. You don't want to make an L position. You want to bend your knees. You want to get a nice arch in your back. If you want to have shoulders in, it's like you're holding two tennis balls between your armpits, and you want your hands into. You want to have your thumbs talking. So you're like this. See that? All right, let's try it again. All right. So you want to bend at the knees. Make sure your shoulder width apart. Bend at the knees. Arch your back a little. Arms in. Thumbs talking. See? And now you can just move around. And with shadow wrestling, the whole point is like shadow box, where it's like you're going at an opponent that's not there. It's basically you're trying to mirror your stance. So you see, you move all around. Always use the entire mat because you're the entire mat to use. So yeah, that is the first bit. Alright, next part, once we got our stance down, which you always need to work on your stance. Always, because laziness, when you're lazy, the first thing that goes is your wrestling stance in wrestling. So, like I said, shoulder feet apart, get a little bend at the knees, once you back forward, boom. Now the next part is the movement. Now, for wrestling, you gotta have level changes. That means when I go down like this, that's me changing my level. Now, that works for when you're when you're doing like a fake shot or a fake takedown. That just keeps your opponent moving and keeps him on his toes. So for a level change, I always like to just touch my fingertips to the mat and then come back up. So when you're moving in your stance, level change, see? Level change. And now another thing is your lateral movement. A lot of footwork in wrestling, especially when it comes to your stance, you can shift side to side like that, shift left to left. It's lateral, there's forward, coming back. That's why we like to use the whole mat. Usually the wrestling mat's a lot bigger. This is just the inner circle. So remember, it's all about movement. That's how you get a workout in too, it's movement. So you can move laterally, forward, back. It's almost like one of those football drills, except you're in your wrestling stance. And then of course, level change. And you always want to keep your hands moving. Your hands always want to be busy. Hands always want to be busy, whether it's level changing or just shifting it around. Always want it to be moving. Now we got our stance down. We got our movement down. We're adding a penetration step into our wrestling, into our shadow wrestling. So, you know how I said before when the level changes? So in your stance, when you level change, you're gonna do this too. You're gonna change your level, but instead of going down, you're gonna reach out. Again, keep your arms in. Act like two tennis balls in between your armpits and you can't drop them. Now, for a penetration step, first I'll do it fast, just to like get my mind ready and to show you quick. So you're moving, you level change, and then penetration step. That's how you take someone down. That's why I said these level changes are like a fake. So the way you do a penetration step is, imagine this line right here is between a guy's legs. You want to put your, whatever leg you're shooting with, I'm shooting with my right now, you want to put it in between that guy's leg, and then you want to drive through. So I'll do it slow. So you get low, in between. This back leg drives, so you never let this knee touch the ground. And you pull out like you drive. and boom, penetration step. I'll do that one more time. So, in your stance, level change, and then go low again. Act like you're going right between someone. You gotta let this knee touch, drive off, arms out, grab. So I'll do it fast again. And you can put two together if you really want to, but we're just going. So yeah, I got my movement down, level change, movement down, penetration step. All right? Now we got our movement, our stance, and our pre-penetration step. We're gonna add in a sprawl. A sprawl is a defense to a shot, to a penetration step. Now with that, you can add it all together. So first, I'll just do it quick. So you're moving. Coach might blow the whistle or something, or you might say sprawl, or pretend just a shot's coming in. Hips to the mat. So the way you do that is usually, now in an actual wrestling match, you're gonna put your hands down on the mat, but for now, you're gonna put your hands down, and you wanna get your hips to the mat like that, okay? You wanna drop your hips down. You wanna really, really drop and move your hips. So like that, going, someone takes a shot, hips down. Okay? It's all about pressure. It's all about just dropping your hips back. So almost want to do that. And you always want, when you land, you don't want to land like this, because that's just gonna, you won't be able to sprawl and move back. You always want to put laces to the mat so you can slide. See how you can slide? So I'll do that one more time. So wrestling, moving. Someone tries to take you down, go back up. All right? Now we're going to put it all together. We had our stance, our movement, our penetration step, and our sprawl. So, like I said, feet shoulder width apart, bend the knees, arch the back, arms together, just like this, and you're moving. Now you're moving. You want to circle, you can circle, move around, level change. Remember level change? That's when you just bend the knees. You don't bend the back, you bend the knees. I don't know if I said that before. But you bend the knees, touch the mat, let yourself know where you are, and keep moving, Now we'll do our penetration step. We're moving, level change, go right between them, drive, boom. Now let's try and put the sprawl and the shot together. So let's go, we're going. Someone tries to take you down, nope. Sprawl, and back up, penetration step, take that down. There you go. So we're moving, level change, moving, circling. Someone tries to take you down, sprawl, penetration step. And with that, you now know how to shadow wrestle. So this is a really important part of wrestling. This is how we warm up, how we cool down. It's how we just start getting into the swing of things. Because before you learn how to run, you gotta walk and then you gotta crawl first. And this is crawling for wrestling. This is how I first learned, and hopefully maybe this is how you first learned and you get into it. So thank you for watching. Love you all. Let's go AV.